Yeah.
Maybe all three.
British term. Not the movies, it's the cinema house or whatever. I don't use British terms. All right, we threw that in the harbor. I don't need to worry about them anymore.
True.
I believe this was a winners matchup, right? Or no, that was Kevin. It was Kevin and
No, I think it was Helix.
Yeah, it was.
These two players, and PeachPants got them in a pretty dominant fashion. So,
was it?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I was talking about. I don't know who usually wins this, and it was PeachPants, and we got PeachPants taking this dub in winners. I'm gonna guess probably gonna take it in losers as well.
Oh, that's right. Helix won the first game through stock, and then I'm not sure if he plugged his controller in for the rest of the
game. It was a slaughter. It was a one-sided pounding, and PeachPants was swinging the hammer, or the frying pan, or the driver, or the racket, depending on what your forward smash is going to give you.
Which we learned last time is not random.
It's not random.
No. Shout out to the production manager, Bill, teaching us such things.
Bill knows more about Melee than everybody. He just refuses to go on commentary.
Yes.
That's not true. He's sometimes on commentary.
Bill knows ball, right? You know ball. Bill's humble. He won't say that he knows ball, but he knows ball.
I don't know what that means, I'll be honest.
He just knows what we talk about.
Okay.
That's all that means.
Sure, I would vouch. I would say that. I would agree. Oh my god. PeachPants has tapped into whatever source of energy he had going for the first time and doing things in a big way.
Yeah. Ben just picking up right where he left off from that winner set, I think. Just looking really good in his game. 3 stocks to 1, even percents, but even if you take this stock, which he does.
That was that kill off the top I was talking about earlier.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Right.
Falcos can do that if they force a Peach high. They've got a couple options to read or react to a Peach going high. So definitely pretty neutral, but does maybe favor Falco, but also maybe not because it's like flat parts in the middle of the stage, which you can be chain grabbed on and this, that, and the other, and permutations of calculations and masturbations and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
very correct. This stage, so I love Falco on this stage. I think every Falco loves this stage.
Oh my god. Every Falco loves that.
Yeah. I love Double Shine from the top platform, killing spaces. I just think that's cool. You know, screw that. You die fast. So I think that's sick. Other than that, get frying pan. That is the home invasion tech, where you just grab the frying pan.
The home invasion tech? The golf club, the tennis racket, or the frying pan, whatever's on hand.
Yes, definitely.
And it's time to swing.
Whatever is closest to you at the time. A wooden board, a frying pan,
the AR-15.
Just yes, whatever the rifle version of a pistol whip is, smacked across the face. But a comfortably much better game for Helix.
I think Peach would be a much better character if her Force Smash was an AR-15.
You know, controversial take, I think you're right. I think if Peach had a big gun, she'd be much better.
Falco's got a gun, I mean, why not, right?
Yeah. You know what, maybe it's like a space gun, like Falco's.
Yes. The Pistola, as the Call of Duty commentators once said.
Yes. I think every year with that off-season tournament, whatever the COD commentators call something, we just change it to that.
They've just got better words for Melee. Like, we're just like too focused on whatever the hell like things we're saying, and they're just trying to say funny things that match what their eyes have seen.
They're good commentators with not great game knowledge, and turns out that makes for good commentary.
Yeah.
But I noticed, I think this was a little while ago, but he upbeat, and it was too short. But he hit the wall and wall jumped after the upbeat, and I did not know that you could do that.
I didn't know you could do that either.
I wish we had replay to go back.
You know what? I think that was part of like the speed run for target test for like Falco, where you have to do that or something like that.
Whoa! What is happening?
Oh,
what is happening?
That is an unfortunate loss by PeachPants. Is what's happening. My God.
Wow. Ben with a bit of a smile after that. Ben's such a friendly guy.
Yeah. That's it'll happen every now and again.
We go to FD. We were talking about this earlier. Not a lot of lopsided matches or maps in this matchup, but
this is potentially one of them.
Could be, depending on. I think in a lot of that, especially with this, it's depends on the player. Is Ben's chain grab much better than Helix's combo game on FD? I don't know, but I feel like this could be lopsided. We just don't know. I think
I know.
you know. Sorry.
I'm calling it. Ben's going to take this with last stock game at exactly 67%.
67%.
Yeah, that's my prediction.
Okay, calling your shot. I think he's going to two-stock him with 12.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But we're in agreement that Ben's probably winning it.
I think so. Ben just looking a lot better. He lost the last game with an SD, so you just really after that you kind of have to wipe that game from your brain. You know, maybe keep some of the reads that you may have picked up on, but other than that, that didn't happen. Don't worry about it. I'm up 1-0. It's not a problem.
That's always like such an interesting thing that I think about in terms of like competitive theory, which is like if you did something really well games 1 and 2 in like a best of whatever set, do you still do that game plan if it didn't work for you in games 4 and 5? Because it worked for you in games like 1 and 2, you know what I mean?
Right.
But was there an adaptation made, or did you just not execute to the level that you were in games 1 and 2? You know, there's like a lot of, and that could be a really difficult call to make.
Yeah, I think one of my favorite videos I've seen on competitive theory is a really old Brawlhalla Pro, an EU guy was talking about. It was like a 2-hour-long video analyzing some set. It was a reverse 3-0. And he started and said that in a reverse 3-0, the first game that you take, like game 3, is the easiest one. Because they have not made any adaptations yet.
Sure.
But the fourth game is the hardest.
That's why, in terms of Brawlhalla, the fourth game is the most important, except for the third and also the fifth and the first.
Yeah, so in a reverse 3-0, I think that may be serious that winning the fourth game is by far the toughest because the fifth game, you've got a lot of mental game going where they're like, oh man, it's now to game 5, I lost my lead, it's tough. But with game 4, they still have a lead, and they've made an adaptation. So, regardless, this is not a reverse 3-0. It's just something interesting about competitive theory I like to think about.
I honestly spend way too much time thinking about that.
Yeah, I've played way too many tournaments. I think about that way too much. Fair share of reverse 3-0s in my time. But also, I think
I'm generally the player who wins like 3 games in a row, whether it's like a reverse 3-0 or as a whatever, like it's like a 3-0 or a reverse 3-0 kind of for me. Very rarely do I win one, then lose one, then win one, then lose one, then win one.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like usually when I have success, it's like all in one streak kind of deal.
I think until you're at like a really high level, there's always like a big skill gap between you and someone else. Either you're like much better than them, or you're not nearly as good as they are.
Yeah, and
so
just by the way that like double elimination brackets are, you're never gonna play players that are close to you in skill, basically.
Right.
In like any normal,
unless you're like top 3, top 4.
Yeah, any large volume double elimination bracket, unless you are like at the top of the bracket, you're not gonna be playing people that are similar in skill level to you.
Also, got to make sure you noticed at the end of that last game, he took it by pulling a stitch and pelting it with it.
I didn't get to see if I wasn't paying attention to see if my prediction came true, but I don't think it did.
No, it was a 2-stock, and I think he had more than 12%. So I am more correct than you are. I am therefore more knowledgeable than you are.
There you go. That's why they call you John Melee.
Yes, they do call me that. No one has ever called Helix that, ever, at any point in time. He's now relegated to John Melee 2.
The second. John Melee the second.
That's why I didn't enter bracket. I just wanted to let someone else win. Probably
okay. Nair's gonna make it happen.
Yeah, I think I just really like Peach grabbing on a platform and able to follow up after that. It's a really tough situation to be in.
And the Z drop right there is gonna make sure your nonsense is covered.
Yeah.
Covered.
That is really good at that. I was talking about that earlier. The Z drops with covering himself is really great. Oh, not able to do it.
Solid.
And a 2-1 lead for Ben and a 3-stock to 2 in this game 4.
I can't believe he landed on platform and was able to down smash in time for that. That's disgusting.
Yes. We love Peach here. We're big fans. Up till not going to do it. Going hunting, but doesn't collect anything. And now it's one of those stray hit moments. And Tampa has a lot of those, like different aerials that can do it, but Ben has done a really great job of avoiding them. And oh man, that's really bad. Misses the back air though. He's able to make it, and a trade that works out for Helix. So even stocks finally, but quite the lead for Ben.
Okay.
Tough situation. You just get aerial, any aerial.
Yeah, this is looking like it's probably going to be a repeat of the old first verse.
Yeah, I would say that Helix has looked a lot better in this set than he did in the winners one. Just a couple things didn't go his way.
Yeah.
Although,
I don't know why he went for the shine there, man. Couldn't he just gone for the down air? Maybe he wouldn't made it back in time.
maybe the down air
You would have killed him.
like took too long to come
Yeah.
out.
I like the fair. I think that's cool when Falco's go for the fair. Not a lot of people do that.
Oh,
Yeah, down air's gonna make that
by
happen.
the thinnest of margins.
Yeah, the thinnest indeed. You can if you cut that, you can see through it.
Oh yeah, man. So all of a sudden, Helix is a pretty close game here, and could. Oh man,
Got hit off that reverse or I guess like the acting out of counter nair, which is exactly what happened to him in the first set as well.
just a little bit low on the stage, and Ben takes 3-1. But again, Helix looking much better.
That's a that's a Ben right there, a big Ben.
Big Ben. So we go back to
Grand finals.
finals. Dalton
Dirty
and
Dalton versus PeachPants.
Dalton winner side.
Now